foremost, if you want to know what is my comment about your piece, you are free to come to the library, our baptismal ground, and I've recorded everything with some advice. I'm going to give general comments, but before I give general comments, let me see if I can't share with you a piece entitled Imagine. What happens in neighborhoods where the self-esteem has been overshadowed by the decay and the children no longer play the way they used to? Where young boys choose to follow figures that have no father figures, a place where lives have been reduced to mere names on black walls. There's a lot of shame on these black walls because most of my childhood friends died over some dumb shit. It's like we're still living under some slum shit. Whatever happened to that, we shall overcome shit. Where I come from, they've torn down the project and took away neighborhood sports. It's a place where little black boys and girls put on their jerseys and shorts, dream big about stardom on fine hardwood couches, but awake to the harsh reality of stripped, unfinished inner city floors, where life splinters and cold winters are shackled by crack houses instead of recreational centers, which the government still claims they don't have enough money to keep open for operation. The deconstruction of the black family has been in perpetuation ever since Willie Lynch put his theory in motion. Decharacterization was his sole promotion. Therefore, he believed that if you can take away a basketball out of a black child's face and put cocaine in its place, he'll still score. What's a black boy to do when he doesn't want to do wrong, but there's a lock on the right door? When that poor child has the heart of a soldier, the aggression of a prize fighter, but no one is prepared to teach him what to fight for. You see, most of our children are fatherless and quite poor. So we missed out on meals as well and as hugs and kisses. We've got the audacity of taking away things that keep these children off the streets, then come back and ask them why do they do drugs. But imagine the children's day. It's getting the emotion. Poets, my advice to you, I'm going to summarize it into one statement. Firstly, let me start by appreciating the energy I see from young people. Your passion for poetry is amazing. And I want to advise you, as an audience, all good speakers are good listeners. You know, we're inspired by other people. The poem that I was reading is done by Black Eyes. It's just that I relate to it very closely. We learn from people, we learn from listening. That's why God has designed you to have 2 ears and 1 mouth. You know why? So that you talk less and listen more. When you talk, you give out information. When you listen, you receive information. The choice is yours. To the poets. Guys, prepare thoroughly. I'm not saying you are not prepared. You know the words. You're saying the words, but that's a different ballgame. Prepare thoroughly. How do you prepare thoroughly? Number one, you need to collect information. How do you collect information? Kevin forever preaches they have a diary. You don't have to have a diary or a diary, apparently. We understand. You can come to the library, say, copy 72 page and call it a journal. Try to record at the end of the day every experience that we have gone through. That's where poetry comes from. Poetry comes from observation. It is said that a poet is a man who sees what everybody sees, but think differently. Record the things you see. Record the things that happen in your life on a daily basis. Record what you learn. You know, the reason why learners fail is because you learn today and tomorrow you've forgotten. We have to start from scratch. Why? It's because at the end of the day, you don't sit down and ask yourself, how has my day been? What have I learned today? What have I gained today? What has happened that is new in my life today? We use that to pave the road to our future. So I encourage you, keep a journal. We don't take this poetry from the air. We take them from our own experiences. And then write. When you write, okay, I'm telling it. Okay. When you write, allow express. Poetry is an overflow of powerful feelings. Try to express your feelings. Yes, the way saying manager. The way saying you're saying body language. body language, you know, this is so boring. I'm so uninterested. You can be excused. Some of us take these things very seriously. Allow your emotions to flow. I hope you are going to learn my experience poets about heavy lines, about Kevin. Why too? He's getting himself into the mood. Why? He's preparing himself to be somebody else. Because the moment you stand in front of the audience, you're no longer a poet. There are two things. You're a poet, you're a performer. It's no longer about you. It's about the impact that you make on the people who are listening to you. Edit your work. Everyone who has written poetry knows. Every time you read the poem to yourself, you feel like changing something. It's called editing. When it feels like changing something, change it. Because the reason why you want to change that is because you feel the weight does not carry the information that much, or you feel your flow with the way the usage of a certain weight is going to break your flow. Your poetry must flow. So every time you read it and you feel like changing something, change it. Because your poetry, when you're standing here, your poem should be a reflection of you. I don't want a repetition of other poems. I want you. I want you with your poor English. I want you with your thin English. I want you with your mistakes. I want you with your imperfections. I don't wish you could be something else or somebody else. All right, be yourself. Number 3, practice. You know, practicing is when you do it for performance. You already have the words. You already have the poem. But now, consciously, you must remember what I'm going to do with this for other people. Now, if you're going to do it for other people, it means you're using your poetry as a means of communication. So you communicate with us. You comment here on most of the poets who are performing here. If you speak in English and you're speaking fast, then it means you're good. Ayikho writing. Mfana na my idols, but believe I would know you are good. As a poet, you're only good when your words. Nana, I don't want to lose you when I'm explaining something. Nitigo poetry, you're only good when your words make an impact. Impact, don't impress. You want to impress us. You don't know what we like, so you can't impress us. Don't even try. Are too difficult to be impressed.
Yes.
Your best essay, I need a 15 out of 50 because I'm not impressed. So don't try to impress me. But I want you to make an impact. There's one speaker here who talked about gender-based violence. Something people should feel it. Not only hear it, they should hear and feel it. Because our impact is actually going to have an impact into society, into community. Practice. When you are sure you have mastered your poem, now you rehearse. To rehearse is you are doing the poem for yourself. You become the audience. How do you become the audience? Get a mirror. Get a mirror. Stand in front of the mirrors. Just before our performances, in touch with our own planet, with Africa. So when we prepare our poetry, so that our feet are deeply rooted in our roots, in our soil. And having those small beliefs makes us powerful. Now, to make an impact, you must have your own style. You must develop your own repertoire that is going to assist you to be a powerful person. When you rehearse, you do it in front of the mirror. You not only hear yourself, but you also see how you look like. And then perform. Normalize stage.